Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another great episode of Bahrain Now with your source of local initiatives, happenings, talents, and trends. I'm your host, Abdulla, here to walk you through our exciting lineup of segments and personalities from around Bahrain. So don't go away, we'll be right back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, they are a team of dedicated volunteers from different backgrounds, nationalities, and religions, aiming to motivate the students from public schools to learn English. We are joined by Isra, Penelope, and Haja, team leaders of Dream Big. Well, good evening and welcome to the studio. How are you tonight?
Good evening. We're doing great. How are you?
I'm excited to meet you, Haja, and Penelope. It's amazing what you've been doing here. So Isra, tell us more about the programs.
Basically, we hold a program teaching English for those who are in need, offering a small fee for those that cannot offer much money for the more private tuitions. But we still try to maintain the best quality that we can by holding volunteers from different backgrounds, different nationalities and religion, so that we can offer them something that they don't get in the government school.
Amazing. I wish I had that, back then. Maybe now I'll have better English at this point. But, bless you for doing that. That's amazing. And there's a lot going on, right, Hajar?
Yeah, we have a lot of social networking. Like our volunteers, as Isra mentioned, they are from different backgrounds, religions, and positions. So here we have volunteers who are lawyers, doctors, professors.
Amazing.
So yeah, imagine these volunteers engaging with the students. Students from public school, normally they don't really experience any such thing like in the school or outside the school. So having a volunteer who's a lawyer, for example, and having a conversation with that might give the student like, oh, I want to be a lawyer, So it gives them like a role model. It's not just, it's not about teaching them the language, but also like
Expanding their views and visions.
Expanding their views and visions and ambitions, and like open a door for them, like a door that
Exposure.
to explore more. And
Amazing. I mean, being a graduate of a public school myself as well, so I still remember like having maybe 1 hour a day, right? And back then there was no YouTube, there's nothing going on. It's just channel 55, Bahrain International now, pretty much waiting for them at like 5 p.m. to start with some cartoons. And then we shut it up the moment the news comes in. And then we wait till Wednesday for a Hindi movie. So even as Bahrainis back then, we didn't get exposed to a lot of English. So whatever we get at school is pretty much what we get. But what you're offering here is just phenomenal. Yeah. So swear to God, this is amazing. I mean, again, I wish I had that as well. We went back in like
we all
schools
do.
and all that. But apparently doing an amazing job. So again, appreciate that. Bahrain appreciates that at this point. So now going to Penelope. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
So it's a lot of goals going on. It's a lot of perspectives. Tell us more about that.
Well, when we think about students going to school and the fact that maybe they don't have as much time, like you said, to really practice and to acquire a strong English background. And yet we know even here in Bahrain now, our universities are oftentimes primarily teaching those upper level courses in English.
Right.
If students are planning to look outside of Bahrain and move, we know that English is becoming really a truly universal language amongst others, but still very much a part of that common thread of language amongst other countries. And so by supplementing and helping to support the instruction that's happening in our government schools, we're giving students that opportunity to really be able to see themselves as postgraduate students, being able to recognize that secondary education doesn't have to be the end for them, and that they can look beyond. And so the volunteers do give them a look into what opportunities are out there in terms of career choices. We also have to realize, though, for every student that comes to us from a classroom of maybe 10, 12, 15, first grader, a little third grader, a little 9-year-old student. They're going to go back to their classroom.
Right.
We pre-teach, we reteach the same material that they're getting in school. They're going to go back. They're
Right.
more comfortable.
Right.
They're more confident. They're more willing to be risk takers, to speak out. They've already experienced that productive struggle, and they're willing to take on the challenge. So now that one little child in their class, that little 7-year-old girl, speaks up, and so does her friend next to her. So we're impacting the 4 or 5 that are with one volunteer for that 1 hour.
Right.
But those 2 children are going back and impacting their entire classroom. So we have to realize the ripple effect of what one volunteer can do for 1 hour a week has the opportunity to impact 2 entire classrooms for a whole nother week.
Amazing. That is just beautiful. How can anybody be a volunteer in this program?
Well, you can check our website, dreambigbh.com.
Okay.
We have a form for volunteers they have to fill out, and we have 5 branches, so you can pick the branch that's near to you. And if you don't have transportation, don't worry, we have an online branch, so you can still join us.
Bless you.
Yes.
Yes. Guys, you'll see my name pretty much.
Yeah,
Joining the
hopefully.
class, not a volunteer.
John Parag.
محمد ما شاء الله وصلنا خير إن شاء الله. Definitely. Now, everything I heard here is beautiful. I just want to know, how did this all start? Dream big. What made you do this? I mean, thank you for making it happen, but what made you spark with the idea itself?
Well, basically, Dream Big started in 2014, and it started with the founder. She was requested to teach students, and we all get requested to teach students because the learning that they get in school is never enough. As Bahraini community, we always aspire to be educated, to get more knowledge, and to actually gain more than what that we gain in school. So she was offered this, and she actually accepted it, and she took it and developed it more and more and more until we reached this day.
Amazing. So how did you get involved in the program? Did you see it somewhere and you just got in?
Well, I had a friend, and she randomly mentioned it to me. She didn't even think twice about it. She just said, I go on the weekends and help children. Would you like to join? Because she knew I love children. And I was more than thrilled to meet children on the weekends because I don't have younger siblings, so they are all my family now.
Amazing. And it gets bigger and bigger every time you go to a
Exactly.
class. I haven't seen you before.
Exactly.
You're my kid now.
Yeah.
Amazing. What about you, Hajar?
How did I join?
Yes.
Okay, it was 2017. One of our classmates had a presentation about Dream Big and what they do, etc. So my friends and I, we were really we were so into it. So we signed up and we joined. I started as a volunteer in 2017, and now I'm running Muharraq branch with Penelope and other leaders and dreamers. So yeah, it's really, as Isra said, we get to help. I love helping, I love volunteering. So being with kids and having fun and teach them. I love English language.
Wow.
So it's it's passion, it's fun, it's everything I like. And yeah, so there it is.
I mean, it really shows how passionate you are about the language and teaching all together. I mean, wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And Penelope, how did you get involved?
Well, I'm an educator by background,
Okay.
so obviously just that natural connection to teaching and learning. And there was a volunteer organization in the community that had done some publications for Dream Big.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So it's been just a little over 3 years now.
Wow.
I started in the Naeem branch, and then we moved to a virtual platform due to COVID, and we're able to continue the program. And then Muharraq is closer to my home.
Okay.
And so when we
Yeah.
opened a branch, I thought,
Convenient.
what a great opportunity to really actually impact, again, that ripple effect of the community that I'm in.
Wow. So you've been having a beautiful journey, and I can only ask, what's the future like?
Okay, so future is
Well, a big one, that's for
I
sure.
think-
yeah.
A lot's going
I'm
on,
like,
I guess. So where
what
can
should I start
Where
with?
can I
Yeah,
start?
exactly.
I'm like, okay, the future. Oh,
Yeah, because we've been planning like for to add more languages into our program.
wow.
Because yeah, you know here it's not only about the English language anymore. So we
Okay.
need to adapt to the modern world. We need
Okay.
to learn more languages. So inshallah, we are working on French language program
French, okay.
and also Arabic for non-Arabs to learn the Bahraini dialect. Not فصحى
Bahraini dialect.
Yes.
شخبار شمساوي متقصر
Exactly. Yeah.
كله.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully like we spread all over the country to have a
Amazing.
branch in all the governorates and to help to reach out to reach all the kids in the country and like help them because it's not only the kids, it's the whole society. Like if
Mm.
you start with kids, you're gonna
Mm.
have like flourished society.
creating
Definitely.
access,
Mhm.
Amazing.
right? When you
Amazing.
create access, and the access needs to be in the community where we live, right?
Right.
We want it to be close. We want it to be accessible. And there are many of our students that wouldn't normally have access to acquiring a second language.
Right.
And so the more branches that we can open, the more volunteers that we can have join us,
Amazing.
the more access we give, which in turn is going to open up those opportunities for students to think beyond maybe the circumstances that they're
Right.
in and to realize their potential, that intrinsic motivation that drives us, that moves us forward.
Amazing. Amazing. So will you be learning Bahraini Arabic as well?
I may just have to. Been here for 4 years, it's probably time.
Bahraini. You had your character yet?
Yes, I have. Yes.
You're already there.
She'll come next by and she'll say, "Shakhbarkum." Amazing. Now, what about Spanish? Pretty much that's getting a lot of popularity, you know? So any, consideration for Spanish?
So many languages are getting popular because there are many TV shows that are getting popular right now. So we have so many people bringing us ideas and we love that. But we cannot take the next step until we feel that we are stable and confident with where we are right now. So we are taking in as many ideas that you have or that anybody has. And once we feel that we are confident to take the next step in that idea, we have the solid base, then we move on with it.
Amazing, amazing. Well, Isra, Hajar, Penelope, thank you so much. Any last words to your viewers?
Well, join us.
Join us. That's a good one.
Definitely.
Because that's what we need.
For sure. Well, thank you so much. Bahrain is proud of you. Bahrain appreciates everything you've been doing and will be doing pretty much with Dream Big. Thank you so much for being with us right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Much appreciation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's just getting bigger with Dream Big. All that took place right here in an interview on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a fun talk and a lot of energy with Carl Anthony Geoffrey Evans, who is a well-established personal trainer with over 13 years of experience. He worked with a range of individuals from children and athletes all the way to the elderly and have successfully supported them in different ways to reach their health and fitness goals. So, good evening, Coach Carl. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
I am excited to hear your story. You know, it shows
Yeah.
your vibes, man. Your energy is so amazing. So, what got you into training and fitness?
Okay, so when I was young, right, it's always kind of been a passion of mine, sport, fitness, something that I love doing. What it did is it kind of gave me confidence. It taught me the power of consistency. It taught me how to be humble as well. And with that, I kind of wanted to share that with everyone. So I kind of got into the gym when I was 17.
Wow.
Yeah, that's when I started, when I was 17. Then I I got qualified in 2009 to be a trainer. worked as a trainer for about 4 years and then came to Bahrain in 2013.
Wow.
Yeah, when I
Wow.
got here, I started managing other personal trainers,
Okay.
continued personal training,
All right.
continued reading, I studied, attended webinars,
Amazing.
just kept trying to learn as well from other professionals as well.
Okay.
And then I started working with companies in Dubai where I started certifying other people to become personal
Amazing.
trainers as well. So something I do, something I'm passionate about, and I just want to just keep doing it,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, it really shows. It really, really shows. So, curiosity.
Okay.
What brought you to Bahrain?
Okay, so me and my wife, we both came out, right, when
Okay.
we was early 20s.
Okay.
She is a speech and language therapist.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I am the trainer, right?
Yeah.
So it's something that we discussed. We thought, why not? And here we are.
She should be with us right here in the show for the next episode. We want to bring her on the show. It's
Yeah.
like, thank you for bringing him to Bahrain. Awesome, awesome.
Yeah.
From the, body type I see right now, I'm sure he pretty much went to bodybuilding and maybe even won certain,
yeah.
tournaments or
Yeah,
championships. Tell us
yes.
more about that, sir.
Okay, so I won an amateur title in Italy in
Ooh.
2018. After my first year in competing, I
Okay.
competed with a federation called the WBFF.
Okay.
So they're not as extreme as the IFBB. It's kind of like sports modeling in a way. So it's
Okay.
like meeting fashion with the bodybuilding side of things.
Okay.
Okay, so I won my pro card with them in 2018, and yeah, just kind of did it to challenge myself.
Oh,
I wanted
wow.
a new challenge that can challenge me physically, mentally,
Okay.
and yeah, that was it.
How did it feel?
When I won,
Yeah.
I was kind of in disbelief.
Really?
To be honest.
It's like,
I was.
Really? Are you sure you got the right name? It's like a Harvey
Yeah.
moment right now.
Yeah.
Really, me?
I was in
But
disbelief.
why? Why? You worked so hard for
I
it.
know, it's true. I guess it's weird. I guess like you work so hard. I put in a whole year of just hard work, and then when they announced my name first, it was like, oh, me?
Really?
Yeah, me. So yeah, and then
Okay.
I've just accepted it, run with
Okay,
it, and
okay.
embraced it, I should
Alright,
say. And
alright.
yeah, I'm not done.
I mean, I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a lot of things going on,
Yeah,
fitness, training, and maybe auditioning for movies, I guess. Maybe
Yes,
Netflix
yeah.
series. Which movie you want to be a part of?
Oh, what movie would I be a part of? I mean, I guess I would want to be a part of a drama. You know?
Really?
Yeah,
Drama?
Yeah. I'd
Not a
wanna be
chick flick, actual drama, like
actual drama. I'd wanna-
thriller or what kind of genre? What kind of
Like-
drama? Romantic?
Like a crime drama.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like a crime drama.
Really?
Being like a detective or something like that.
You want to be a detective?
I wouldn't mind being a detective.
Oh man, nobody will want to mess with you.
Yeah.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, there's a lot going on here. So now you've been here for quite a while, like
Yeah.
7 to 8 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what's the future like for you here?
So future plans is, well, I want to continue my training, continue learning, eventually get back into competing. And I want to just expand my reach, I want to be able to work with as many people as possible who need my help, who want my help, to just influence them and give them, give them all the tools so they can
Right.
improve their quality of life, That's basically where my future is right now.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Now you've been here for a while, and so what do you think of the fitness industry right here? As we saw a lot of transitions and
Yeah.
changes, and you came in 2013, so I guess that's the time where things are starting to change.
Yeah.
And now in front of you, everything is changing
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Quran and all of that. And now things are like, whoa, okay, it's different. Bahrain is different right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
But what's your perspective on that?
Well, I get asked the question all the time, coach, what's the best way of training, or what's the best way of eating? And I kind of like to not tell people personally what I do, because I don't like to influence individuals in terms of like me, because what works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you, you see? So I always tell people, let's talk about training first. If you want to talk about training, the best is what you enjoy,
Okay.
Whatever you find that you can be consistent with, whether that is the gym, whether that is a cycling class, whether that's boxing, jiu-jitsu, you
Right.
know, all of these different things, whether it's swimming, whether you just
Okay.
want to walk around the mall, whatever you enjoy doing that you know you can be consistent with, that can challenge you, that's the best training for you. So then when it comes to diet now, if only we could have the same attitude to our diet as to
Right.
training, because
Right.
I mean, who wouldn't love to just eat the stuff they love all the
Cheesecake,
time?
cheeseburgers from Jam Burger, man, that's my jam. Sorry, but it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't get to look this good without the effort of my
Yeah.
diet.
So yes, something that although I tell people you shouldn't cut everything out, like you can't go around cutting food groups. You want to enjoy your food, we need to look at what the goal is, essentially. So with a lot of people that I meet, ultimately they always say it's fat loss, okay?
Okay.
That tends to change as we work down the line, but
Right.
let's just say, for argument's sake, it's health,
It's health.
okay? Your goal is to feel better.
Okay.
So first we need to look at your lifestyle, you know, how work is, what the family life situation is, whether you travel a lot, right? Then from there we sit down, we work out how much you need to actually eat, all right?
Okay.
Based on that, we can go into a bit deeper and start working out the macro split,
Okay.
okay?
Okay.
After we've gone through that, then we start to look at exactly how you eat on a day-to-day,
Okay.
all right? Then we start to edit that a little bit so that it fits you. So for those who don't know, if health is the goal,
Right.
I should say, you want to eat towards, it's called calorie maintenance,
Okay.
right? So with that, if you're eating your calorie maintenance with a good balance of the proteins, the carbs, the fat, right, and then the consistent moving, you'll start to feel good,
Okay.
right? Now, if you want to drop a bit of weight, then you've got to go into something called a calorie deficit,
Okay.
all right? Which again gets a bit technical when we go
Oh
down
yeah, I'm
into
on my own. So I'm like, okay, please keep up. Please keep up.
Once you get
Do not lose focus.
once you get a bit technical there. But
Yeah.
yeah, the main thing is picking something that is realistic for you.
Right.
You know, you can't, if only it would be that easy, you can just say to yourself, okay, I'm gonna just eat eggs and salad every single day and I'm gonna look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or I'm gonna look
Or like Carl Anthony.
or Jennifer Lopez or something like that. It's not gonna happen, you know, it's something
Right.
that you won't be consistent with. So
Okay.
you've got to look at everything, find the right balance for you, which is something that I do personally with all my clients.
All right.
And help them find a system that they can
Amazing.
work with, you know?
Amazing.
And then we just move from there.
Okay, can you book me a session? Like,
Yeah.
How can we reach you, man? How can we reach you?
So I'm on Instagram.
Okay.
Okay, so people can hit me up there. There's got my email, it's got my number. So
Okay.
I'm always on the phone basically. So
We're gonna put your account
yeah.
down right there. That's
so
for sure.
Send me a message and yeah, you can get a hold of me there.
Amazing, amazing.
Yeah.
Any last words to your viewers?
Last words. So I'm gonna be running a 8-week challenge, right?
Okay.
No, not even challenge. I'm not even gonna call it a challenge.
All right.
A program,
Program.
an 8-week program that I'm gonna be running from January.
All right.
It's called the Revolutionary Challenge or program.
All right.
Revolutionary program.
Sure. You got it. You got it. You got it right.
The Revolutionary program. With that, we start to teach people how to actually work out the calories. Okay. Give everyone all the basic tools. Show people how a periodized program actually looks like, and take people through it week by week.
Okay.
So it's done like in the group format.
Right.
So we have like a Facebook group.
Okay.
There's live workouts.
Amazing.
There's workouts that they can do by themselves. And then we all communicate week in, week out to take people through it all, okay? Because when people are working towards a goal, I always tell them the first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna feel the change,
Okay.
okay?
Oh.
Once you feel the change, other people will start to see it. So they'll start to be like, oh, you're smiling a little bit more.
Yeah.
Are you working out?
Yeah,
These different
what's going
things.
on, man?
And then you will start to see,
I love that.
which
I
is
love
why,
that.
you know, consistency is always key.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the Revolutionary Carl program,
Yeah.
we're gonna put that to the test, definitely.
Yes.
Put myself to the test.
Yeah.
January, you said, right?
In January.
Yeah,
in
you'll see
January.
me.
Yeah.
Definitely.
One other thing I wanted to say as well, and it's a key thing that I want to tell everybody.
Yes.
Health and fitness it isn't a 6-week journey. It's not a 2-month journey. It's not a 6-month journey. It's not a year journey. Okay, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
So it's something that everyone has to have a bit of patience when doing, which
Right.
is why, again, I've said it over and over again about consistency and patience.
Right.
Because a lot of people are not used to actually following a program as such, or doing consistent exercise, or
Right.
even being mindful over a period of time with
Right.
their food. Okay, so a lot of people are looking at their self and the state of how they feel and how they may look at themselves after 10 years of lifestyle habits.
Okay.
And then they want to overturn that in 6 weeks.
Yeah,
2
I know,
months.
right? Yeah, that's not fair.
It's something you have to be patient with
Yeah.
yourself. So something I always say, it's something that you need to be patient, because with all my clients, I tell them it's deeper than reps and sets.
Well, that has been a great talk. We had a lot of fun with you. Thank you
you.
so much for being with
Thank
us
you.
right here on Bahrain Now.
Thank you.
Great pleasure. Great pleasure. Well, ladies and gentlemen, fitness, health, it's not over 6 months or 6 weeks. It's a lifestyle. All that took place with Carl right here on Bahrain Now. Ladies and gentlemen, possibly to another life-changing talk with Hamsa Coaching Consultancy, which was founded in 2014 with a goal to empower human beings to unleash their hidden abilities through clarifying their highest values, purpose, and utilizing their inner strength through a thorough, thought-provoking coaching approach. To talk to us more about it with us in the studio is Hamsa Saeed, the founder of Hamsa Coaching Consultancy. Well, good evening. How are you?
Hello, good evening to you, Bara. I'm great, alhamdulillah. being
Super
with you.
excited to see you here today.
Thank you so
Honestly,
much.
pretty much a lot is going on and you have a lot happening. So tell us more about your journey as a coach.
Thank you so much. Maybe I would love to start with what inspired me to be in coaching. Many ask me, how did you be a coach? And then I say, it's not how did I be a coach, it's how was I coached? That was the beginning.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was very interesting because what really triggered is boredom. Can you believe it? Boredom. I just
Boredom.
woke up one day and I have this beautiful job,
Okay.
beautiful career too, beautiful
Right.
colleagues,
Right.
but I was so bored from
R-
inside.
Really?
I felt bored and I
Okay.
felt, what's next, Hamsa? And this led me to Google motivational courses. Can you believe it? I didn't even know what was the meaning of coaching at that time.
Really?
Yes,
When was this?
2012.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. And then I found that there's a very popular coaching school, and I booked my ticket and I traveled just to be coached. And then I knew that this is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to stop.
Amazing.
Yeah. I
Wow.
did not know what was next. Can you imagine?
I can't, to be honest, because you
Yeah.
took a leap of faith. Where did you travel to?
I went to Dubai because the Coactive Training Institute, it's the nearest for us. It's
Okay.
all over the world actually. It's one of the biggest coaching schools in the world.
All right.
But I went to Dubai and then it took me a whole year to finish studies. And after this 1 year, I realized, Bara, that I am a built-in coach after 1 year.
Amazing.
After 1 year.
Wow.
Seriously.
What a story.
Yeah.
So you woke up, alhamdulillah, great job,
Yes.
great friends,
Yes.
colleagues, and all is good, but all of a sudden it's like, there has to be more.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I followed my intuition, although I didn't really have this consciousness that I have now.
Okay.
But I listened to myself, I listened to my heart. I did not know what that meant at that time, by the way.
Okay.
But something was telling me that, stop here. You have to turn, do something else.
I'm just curious.
Yeah, tell
Now,
me.
you said you were not sure of exactly what that voice was
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah.
Now that you can go back to
Yes,
time and
yeah.
say, no, I know what that voice is.
Yeah.
What was it?
Okay, it's my inner captain. Each one of us has a captain. A captain's job is to guide you. But at that time, I did not know that we had a captain inside us, that we had this inner voice that tells us the truth, the ultimate truth. And alhamdulillah, I don't know if I can say that I'm lucky or because I believe if people are attentive, they get the opportunity. So it's not
Okay.
even luck, it's more of you being attentive,
All right.
listening inwards. I didn't know what was that at that time, definitely, but I just believed in me.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I have an inner captain in me right now,
Yeah.
he's very lost.
Oh,
It's like, where am I going?
Yeah, but that's very normal. I mean, this is why I'm here.
To coach, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
To
wow.
connect the person to the inner captain.
Okay, well, I like to have my captain hat right now. Thank
Wow.
you very much. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
go. Let's sail. Now, now, as you consider yourself or you title yourself as a coach,
Yeah.
now, the word coach right now comes with a lot of names, right? Oh, I'm a
Absolutely.
life coach. I'm a personal coach.
I'm a self-growth coach.
You're a self-growth
coach,
coach.
yes.
Now, it's the first time for me to hear that, but it's
Yeah.
powerful. What is that?
Okay. At the beginning, I chose a transformational coach, and then jumping between like being a life coach, and also I coach corporates, employees, middle management. So, but I didn't really want to be an executive coach too. I believe that each of us as individuals, whether you are working, you're an employee, or you're like person is a housewife, not working, illiterate, all of us have this soul inside us that needs to be fulfilled and needs to be stretched, you know. So that's why I call it self-growth, because each and every one of us, whether it's a manager or it's, you know, it's all of us need this self-growth. Yeah.
Amazing. Wow. I mean, I feel like growing right now just
Wow.
listening to you. This
Oh,
is
wow.
amazing.
Oh.
Because what's happening right now is I'm listening to everything you're saying. Me and a lot of people, like sometimes we get guidance, but
Yeah.
for somebody to actually tap into an inner captain, to tell him, okay, now it's time for you to grow,
Yes,
you know, that is just something else.
it's
But
amazing.
you're not only here, you got a book coming up right now,
Yes.
Closed Doors. Tell us more
Yes.
about that.
Yeah, it has just been released late October,
Okay.
but the official launch is, inshallah, it's going to be in November.
Ooh.
Yes, so it's called Closed Doors, and it is an invitation for people and every human being to open their closed doors. But all of us have closed doors that we
Yeah.
have closed our own selves. So it's a very clear and very powerful invitation to open 14 doors that I have chosen myself in my book, which can be found at the Avenues, that is Salasil Bookshop.
Okay.
Yeah,
14 doors.
14 doors.
Wow. And these are the doors that you picked.
Yeah, want to know some of them?
I would love to. I mean, if you want to pretty much tell us a little bit about the book, I would love to hear some of the
Like,
doors.
for example, I chose the first door and the main door, the door of questioning. We never question.
As
we
much,
never-
yeah, not enough.
Yeah. Usually we just receive. Usually we just get information from whoever it is, whether it's our parents or whether from school or from the media, but we don't really question. So this is like one of the doors as an example. Another door that I love is the door of attention.
Attention.
Yes, and I was just telling you, because I was so attentive, I heard my captain, I heard my inner voice. And there is the door of letting go. I'm sure like everybody hears about letting go.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That door is shielded and
Yes,
shut right now.
yes, yeah. So I've made it simple but deep.
Okay.
And like my book, it's not for a person who's looking for new information. So I really would love to say this and share it. It's for a person who's looking to find his soul, to get back to himself. Yeah, to read between the lines. It's more of a soul more than informative.
Soul-searching, huh?
Soul searching, yes,
Oh
definitely.
wow!
Yeah,
Oh wow! I
Yeah.
need one of your books, please.
definitely.
You know,
Signed.
Signed. Oh,
Yes.
cool. Right
yeah.
here. Oh, that it's an honor,
My
definitely.
pleasure, my
Wow.
ultimate pleasure.
So how long it took you to actually come up with the ideas for the book and just get it published? I mean, I'm sure it's a challenge, but to make it happen, I mean, tell us more
I mean,
about that,
for
the
me,
process.
I still feel that I'm in this amazing, beautiful bubble. Seriously,
Okay.
I'm just being very genuine now. You know,
Right,
it's like
right.
I'm not gonna tell you. Well, you know, writing a book is no, it's not that. For me, I'm celebrating. I'm really celebrating this success, achievement, happiness.
Okay.
And for me, I was thinking of it actually since 2011. So it was before even me being coached and me being a coach. But maybe I didn't believe that it was like complete, and thank God, I'm very grateful that I didn't do it in 2011, because in 2011 I wasn't the person I am now. So only in 2020, the COVID, sitting at home, less work, I thought, Hamsa, let me sit and write my book. It's okay, you don't need to publish it. I was really talking to myself and saying, I mean, this is not the goal. Sit and just write it. And eureka, one day, this day came when I said, oh wow, the circle is completed. And you know, the book, it's not really a thick book, it's less than 100 pages, but this was the idea of it, to write something which is precise and concise. And I really want people who are not really into reading, wanting to read the book, and it's something that you keep it near your bedside and like a guide for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm just listening to everything you're saying right now. I'm like, we need this book right now.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
So now, with you pretty much enjoying your bubble
Yeah.
and feeling and being attentive,
Yeah.
questioning,
Yeah.
same time letting go, like these are the three doors. I mean, the other doors, we have to read about them more and more in
Inshallah.
depth, right? So now, as this book, which is a great achievement, what is the future of Hamsa?
Okay. I'd love to choose a word, which is what's my vision for myself. So I see myself, Bara, as continuing my coaching career, supporting people who want to be in the enlightenment route or road, whatever, or path. And also I see myself painting, because I started painting again after 30 years of I wasn't painting.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
so I see myself as like coaching, helping people, painting, more of music, more of family. So this is my vision,
Amazing.
my future
Amazing.
vision.
And it's a beautiful vision.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful one. I
Yeah.
mean, I would have the same one myself right now.
Wow,
Thank you so much.
you're most welcome.
One last thing.
Yeah.
The Hamsa right now, if she can go back in time to talk to the Hamsa at 2012,
Yeah.
what would you tell her?
Take it easy.
Take it easy.
And you're amazing. And you're great, just the way you are. That's it.
I can right now remember the song, Just the
Way
Way
you
You Are. Amazing. Any last words to your viewers?
I would ask everybody, or invite everybody watching us now, to clarify who they are, to clarify their values, to be grounded, to stand on a solid ground, and to connect to this new version of themselves in order for them to co-create and inspire other people.
Wow. I will not be able to repeat that in the outro. It's too good. It's just
you.
too good. Well, Hamsa, thank you so much for being with us right here on
You're
Bahrain Now.
most welcome.
Very inspirational and hopefully life-changing to others. And we
Thank you.
can't wait to get a hold of one of your books and just get to see all the doors one by one and unlock them one by one as we read it with you. Thank you so much for being with us right here on Bahrain Now.
My ultimate pleasure. Thank you so much,
Definitely.
Bara.
It's been an
Shukran.
honor. Definitely.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, 14 Doors, all that in her book, Closed Doors, took place with an interview right now with Hamsa here on Bahrain Now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've made it to the finish line. A huge thank you to all of our guests for joining us tonight, and another huge thank you to all of you watching us at home. As always, be sure to reach out to us on our social media accounts shown below. We love hearing from you. This was Bara Abdullah. Till next time, Bahrain, goodbye and God bless.